And now we're going to discuss about what actually happened in the AI, like the entire brief history which happened, which started from the last 70 years. And we are going to talk about all about it and how it actually happened and everything. So this is me second time recording it. We had like an error first time and we need to scrape all the things that we did for 40 minutes. But we are here with more than best energy to give it up. So what we're going to discuss is how the whole story happened for the last more than 70 years of how it has actually happened. So the first thing that I want to talk about is why actually we needed AI in the time. Did you know that AI is the reason why the World War actually ended? Because that is how it happened. No one knows about it, but Germans used to have a code called as Enigma, and no one used to break it because it is unbreakable. It is made by a machine, and no one actually know about it. All the details from where the next attack is, where the financial matters, the delays, bases, everything is combined, like talked with a encrypted version, and that encryption version is Enigma code. People took years to actually break it. It took so many years to actually break one code, and every time the code changes, and no one actually able to happen. And that time, a person called as Alan Turing, he actually thought of inventing something that you can only beat a machine by a machine, not by human. So that is why the whole reason of whole thing happened. He wanted to give machines the life of something, right? And that is why the whole AI started. They took from the 1930s, 1930s, early 1940s. They started something, a secret project, which they wanna make sure that they can break the Enigma code, right? From that, they in the early 1940, like in the 1940, 1943, they started to build a machine that can actually break the code of it. But the sad part is, if the day they broke the code, it was the launch codes for a Navy base. Like the Germans are going to attack a Navy base, and the brother of Alan Turing is working in that Navy base. Even he knows that the Navy base is gonna be bombed. He can't able to save his brother because that will create a panic, and the troops will be withdrawn, and the Germans will know the the enemies have broken the code. So he couldn't even able to save his brother even after knowing he's gonna die. And that is the entire story. In the 1950s, he published a paper which talked about giving machines the intelligence. And that is the whole start. And with AI, we actually ended the World War, which would have not been ended if we don't actually made a machine to break the code of Enigma. And that played the most crucial part. So, with that in mind, AI is not a new term. It is the most best thing that happened to humans from the last 70, 80 years, right? And it is going on from there. And afterwards, what happened is people started to think about AI, wanted to know about AI, and there is a lot of hype that people are doing it. Even though some of the machine learning algorithms that we know, which are very popular, are originated in the 1940s, which happened to say that the most development we had, the fastest growth happened at the time of war because it is in the time of survival. So you need to survive in order to grow. So whoever is the most survival, it's survival for the fittest, right? So that is what happened. The immense amount of growth actually happened in the time of war, and even in weaponry, even in vaccines, whatever it may be. Uh, that is the most fastest pace that whatever things have happened, and taking the pace in 1950s. After that, uh, AI has actually had like a painter in the early 1970s. That is the time of Cold War between Russia and US, where people wanted to know more about what they want to do, but they don't. There is like the military warfare going on. It's not like a direct warfare, but people are there. I know a lot of people can associate with it, but the funding of AI actually died up in the 1970s. So not enough things have happened in the 1970s. Uh, then coming to the early 1900s, that is the starting of the internet age, even the blockchain, which was invented in 1994. Um, so people started to write more about AI, do more research about AI. What are the things of it, right? So that is started in the earlys of 1990s, which is the main reason, and that is the starting phase of the internet where people communicated with each other. So till the point of time till 2016, the whole point of AI is you train something with data. You train a machine with some data, you check it up, and you make it a fine unit. Like how you make a machine, right? You take a machine, you give it a task, you check it again. So that is how AI used to be. It may be used to recommendation engines, stuff like that. Early of the AIs is morely like checking what you already know, right? So that is what the entirety of AI actually is at the point of time, but it completely changed it. Uh, do you know the most funniest part of it is like the technology which the AI is built on is built by Google. Like the entire ChatGPT is built on Google technology. Google open source it, a technology named as Transformers. It, as the name Transformer suggests, it transformed the entire industry of AI within a very short period of time because uh, they wrote a paper in 2016 which states the possibility of a new AI model. So, what does it actually do? I will make it in simple terms. Imagine before that AI, it's all about you giving something and you expect something and you fine tune it. AI is not creating anything. It's just like responding to us, right? You give something, it responds. That's it. But AI is not giving you anything upfront. So what the transformers is all about is they have given the task to a transformer to predict something. Imagine they given an entire book. The book maybe have like 10,000, 1,000 words or 100,000 words. So the AI should predict every single thing. For example, it should predict the THE or the first letter T, and the first letter is verified to the first letter of the original book. If it is not there, you have the permutation combinations. For example, it's A, B, C, it's like a locker number predicting what actually is happening. So A, B, C, D. So it checks every single word, every single space, every single character. They have limited number of combinations, right? You have 26 alphabets and you have numbers, space, characters, special characters which are there in English. So that is all there is, and it checks every single one of it. And after a specific amount of training, it can predict an entire book, which is immensely useful for a lot of people, which actually started with the whole point of AI, right? And that is a very crucial moment because in 2016, uh, the people who built the technology and GPTs that we have, the OpenAI, is uh, is built by Sam Altman and Elon Musk because Elon Musk joined OpenAI. It was it was like the movie of Iron Man. Elon Musk wanted to save the world because he predicted that people will be there'll be a lot of people who will be affected with AI. There will be AI coming up in the future, which we can't control. So he thought like we need to build an AI for ourselves because he is building Tesla at the time. He knows the value of the building of an AI system. So he joined team with the OpenAI people, and they are building the AI, but it is not progressing as how much we wanted it to be. It's in 2014, 2016. This is the thing is happening, right? And 2017, what happened? There is a big clash in Elon Musk because both his companies, Tesla and SpaceX, are on the brink of existence. So uh, people thought they were going to go extinct, and it's his only way to save him. So he gets out of OpenAI and he focuses on both of Tesla and SpaceX, by which he actually became the world's richest man right now. Uh, and then what actually happened? So he made sure that all of this is happening, and he thought he just left it, right? So the next part comes up uh, when Satya Nadella comes up in 2017. He saw an opportunity with OpenAI because Google actually has a very big organization. In 2014, they have acquired DeepMind. So DeepMind is an organization which actually publishes all the research on behalf of Google. So Google owns it, right? And they are the largest organizations of AI, which is present on Earth at that time, and no one else could beat them, right? And Satya Nadella doesn't have the most profitable AI or the largest AI at the time, right? He has the best cloud systems because Azure has much more market share than GCP, Google Cloud, and the whole thing of making him is good. So what happened? He actually had like a handshake deal in the back end with Sam Altman, right? Because Sam Altman and Elon Musk have gone away, there is a chance for him, and he went to them and said like, "Hey, I know that you guys need a lot of resources, so I will be helping you guys in the back, so we don't even tell the world that they're cooperating, right?" And they needed it because uh, they have not much of resources to be able to be successfully running it. Then what happened? Uh, they gave all the resources. They literally used half a reservoir of water. The water is not for drinking or something. It is to cool down the servers. They evaporated half a reservoir of water. You ask me, why they need all these things? Because data is everything with training an AI model and making an AI model. So what they did, Google actually made the technology, the transformers. So these people, they are building it. Google just going with a normal pace. They're not going with like insane amount of speed, because they don't think that something is possible. As the things that we're seeing, it's impossible. Because I worked as an AI engineer before. All these things that we thought about right now, it's literally impossible. And what happened uh, when Satya Nadella and Sam Altman joined hands? These people combined, used the Transformers technology, and they scraped entire internet, literally everything from Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Arts, Forbes, all the websites in the world. They actually made make everything out of it, and they scraped everything, and they are literally feeding it to the transformers which they designed on top of Google, and they're expecting a miracle. That's what they're actually doing. They thought, if we actually feed immense amount of data and AI can learn from it, all the immense data, and it can become self-intelligent. That's the whole theory. They didn't even know if it's gonna work or not. They thought they are gonna make the experiment for 10 years to actually work. And they're keeping immense amount of data. The first GPT-1, no one actually used it, and GPT-2 came out, and the first people who use a GPT-2 are apps like Jasper. uh, Jasper, uh, and these people were the did. They started as Jasper. It is used for writing focus in the initial phases of it. So it's used for writing. People liked it, and no one actually used the original Jack 3 then. So with just GPT-2, few of the companies actually have became like a million and multi-billion dollar business. I think Jasper is around $800 billion valuation at the peak of their thing, right? Then Copy AI came up. All these people are using GPT-2 version, and no one actually knows they are using GPT-2 because no one actually know OpenAI is a company that existed, right? Uh, even before then, GPT-3 came up, and everyone is shocked. No one thought it's even possible, and it's happened in 2022, and people are literally shocked about these things. And uh, before that, Google actually had a chatbot which actually works like an AI. So we all know Character AI, Generator AI, right? This is the founder of Character AI. He's from Google and is working on the project of this. In 2019, they had a better model. They're working on it, but Google doesn't want to risk their reputation because sometimes the bot is not performing as what how they wanted it, right? They're thinking like, what if the bot gives a wrong answer or something? It says something bad. They don't control everything because they are not doing it for all these things. So that happened, and it's immense things happening. So they killed the project off. They put it in the back end. And in 2021, Character AI CEO resigned to start his own, developing his own AI models. If Google have left that and just focused on the AI part of it, even maybe like creating a new startup or something, they would have been top of the game till now. But it's all the issues, like, because big startups can't face reputations, because if they do one thing wrong, everything is gone, so they can't risk the reputation of it. Then OpenAI came up and everyone is like super shocked, right? So even right now, Google has formed a deal with Character AI to even train their models. Is the irony right now. So that is how people actually train their entire AI models. And let's say when ChatGPT 3.5 came up, uh, ChatGPT 1, ChatGPT 2 are open source models. And when ChatGPT 3 is releasing, which is the world changing model, they thought, hey, we are not getting enough profits for being open source. If you want to be the most profitable company, we should be closed source. So they literally said that, hey, we can't release it as open source because people might use it for bad things. And they literally close it source to everything, right? And people wanted it, people are addicted to it. Everyone who tried the product of OpenAI, ChatGPT, it literally took the web by storm. 100 million users in 5 days. It is the most craziest thing people can ever have. And and everyone started on the bandwidth. Like, people started to make apps by using just the API of ChatGPT, and many of them are hitting it out. There is like chaos everywhere. There are users, there are things coming up, AI startups coming as mushrooms, and everything is a wrapper of backend with this. So people don't even know, there is a literal panic, and within using of ChatGPT 3 to 6 months, there is a huge decline in writing roles, because most of the people, most of the writers, in general, they just need to do minimum work, and ChatGPT is doing all of it, and it is not actually charging that much. So this is what the people think about the best thing, and they started using it. It became part of the everyday life. When I thought, in general, with the movies and everything, I thought, everyone thought AI will be the form of video and audio. Maybe like you have a screen coming up, or a person talking to you, an audio video format, which will be AI, which will be most used. That's what people thought. That what even I thought, like Jarvis or something. But when ChatGPT came out, people realized that you don't need to do voice and video. You just can have in a chat format, and that is the most basic form the majority of the population in the world uses. They use chat every single day. They learn letters, they know things, and it is the most easiest way. It's just like a random box with infinite intelligence is put up, and we are going to use it for the rest of our lives. So that is how we are actually using uh, the whole thing of AI, which is used by GPT, ChatGPT, and 3.5, and the whole scenario of AI change it. The whole possibilities of things we can do at scale change it. You can literally write thousands, tens of thousands of blogs with a single click. You can change, spread information at very high fast rate. You can do things which is abnormal. You can code things which is insanely speed, right? So that is what has actually happened, and the models are getting better. So we actually understand how the models are trained, right? So, for example, even if you are the best person in the world, even if you have $1 billion right now, you can't able to make a model, AI model of yourself, because you need you need data to create an AI model. In that time when OpenAI is there, they have literally free access to all the data in the world. They don't even have any permission, because people don't even know that their data is valuable to create something. If someone actually took your blog and make it plagiarize it, you actually know about it. Hey, it's a plagiarize it, you can ban the content. But if you train an AI model, that can't be visible, so no one even thought of the possibility of it. So so OpenAI has the free access of the entire internet, and they scraped everything to train the model. And they thought it takes 10 years, but something happened, and 3 years they got the output of it. And even they don't believe it, they don't know what actually happened inside of it. And they are just trying to control it after the ChatGPT 3. They're just trying to input more data. Even they don't have a proper explanation of how they achieve it, the intelligence of it. Right now, they have very, very high model, the GPT-5, which can be like a human level. They know they have very highest models right now, but they're not releasing it. I don't know why. So after this happened, the people in OpenAI in 2021, some of the people of OpenAI, very key people, they left OpenAI and started their own company, because they thought uh, it is not human, not much human, not much empathetic. So they started something called as Anthropic, which the product is Cloud that we're using right now. The main team of OpenAI has actually started it out. Some of the main few key members, and Cloud has been doing amazing in the starting. Uh, the initial models were on par, a bit below compared to the OpenAI models, but the recent models, the Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, is very, very high end compared to the models of OpenAI 4.0, and the recent model of OpenAI launched another model today. It is far better than the OpenAI models. Even for coding tasks, it's amazing. The understanding of complexity is amazing. Even it has achieved a intelligence of like they have mixed uh, so they have mixed like a sentence in a million words and give the AI model a million words. And you know what AI asked it? It actually deconstructed the sentence from millions of words and said that this sentence is mixed and it feels odd. And are you testing me the capabilities of me? This is a haystack problem, which means like you throw a needle in a haystack and finding it out, and it find it out, and it understands the psychology behind it. And this is why it is so much intelligence. And I actually use Cloud 3.5 Sonnet every single day in my life. All my team uses it. We use it for writing. We use it for doing everything, right? So this is going to be the future of models. Like you are going to this is going to be the future, right? And the thing is, then a new model gonna come out in every few weeks, few days, few months, and it's gonna perform well in one or the other tasks. And there are hundreds and thousands of apps that's gonna come up. And we also want to talk about the open source part of it. When all these people are making it closed source, Meta, who we thought is the loser of the entire game, right? When they changed the name from Facebook to Meta, because they thought Zuckerberg thought that the whole world will go to VR, because that is where the next evolution of content is. He owns the largest content where people watch Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, where the majority of the thing is video content. What is the next level of video content, which is VR, right? So he transformed the entire company on that. But but he created the largest network of GPT nodes, GPUs, which is used to train data. They actually want to personalize the feed for every person on the universe who are using the Meta products. So basically creating your own self, your own AI avatars, what you like, what you dislike, and every single person. It needs insane amount of GPUs for training it. They use those GPUs and they are making it open source. Like the whole model, which is not even 10% as good as OpenAI model in 2021, 22. It is right now 90% as good, the open source model that they released it right now, which is called as Llama 3.1. It is 405 billion models. You can actually see what is happening inside. You can use that model, you, me, with a very few resources if you want. Basically, OpenAI has become closed AI and Meta has become OpenAI. So that is what has happened in the recent years. Imagine the power that you actually have. You have an AI model that you can train on any specific thing, and that model will be best in that thing. For example, you're an architect and you made a model which is trained only on architecture part of it. It will perform way, way, way better than the regular model because it is not focused trained on it. Imagine individuals creating insane amount of AI tools, and that will be solving a lot of problems. And there will be hundreds and thousands of AI tools out there which will be created around solving each and individual problem. And that is why we are actually creating magic teams, where we will be having all of the AI tools created by creative individuals in a single place, where you can in a single place you can solve all the problems. Imagine you can run your billion-dollar enterprise with AI, and that is a team you just work 10 hours a week, and AI does all the work. And it can only happen when you have different kinds of AIs working together for you. And that is the ultimate future that we're going to build. There'll be a lot of people who will be not working, and we will be working on the bigger things. There are hundreds and thousands of things that we don't have an answer right now. There are hundreds and thousands right now, but the whole thing that comes up better is when people started working on bigger things like global warming, space travel, things like that. This will be making our evolution much faster, much fitter, a better species, right? We can literally solve the mysteries of space, the mysteries of Earth, everything. There are hundreds of things that we can work on, right? Brain technology, becoming better species. And there'll be robots that's coming up. Like the entire robot industry will be 10x or more than 20x more than the entire automobile industry combined. Like imagine the entire automobile sold in the entire universe, from uh, cars, motorcycles, everything added up till now. 1 year of the robots will be more than that. It will be that intense level. I think the main competitors of them will be Tesla, because it is making humanoids right now as we speak. Nvidia, they are launching like crazy amount of AI humanoids. I think that will be an entire podcast, maybe how AI humanoids are coming up and what are the different things that are going to take over, and how it's going to evolve and change our work life in the future. So, but this whole thing is completely going to change, right? Like our entire things as species is going to evolve. The things that we're doing, AI is going to help us in making things a lot better, faster, efficient. And there are hundreds and thousands of people who doesn't love their job. AI can take that and you can do much better work. That is the insane level, right? Imagine you making an enterprise, running your $1 million startup by yourself. All you need to do is think better, and AI can do the things for you. That is how the future is going to look like. And if you think that you can actually make much more things better, AI is gonna evolve every single day, and it's your duty to make use of AI, right? So that is all I want to say about today. The entire evolution of AI, how we came till now. all the 70 years of whole history right now in the 30 minutes. So yeah, see you in the next podcast, and let's make this the top 1% podcast by making it a 21 episode. This is day one. Let's go. See you tomorrow. Bye.